Throughout its run, the Assassin's Creed franchise has had some highly rated and some not so highly rated releases. Today, we're ranking every single Assassin's Creed game from worst to best. Yep, that's right, from the brutal Viking world to the wild waves of the Caribbean, we're diving right in. So buckle up and let's take that leap of faith. Assassin's Creed's Chronicles series. Don't get me wrong, there are certainly some people that like this series, but we here at the Go-To Gamer definitely hope Ubisoft never tries out a 2.5D world again. The gameplay in these Chronicle games is subpar. They're not optimized well for PC, and the graphics make them look like a mobile game. This trilogy saw the light of day with Assassin's Creed Chronicles China back in 2015, and ended in 2016 at the release of Assassin's Creed Chronicles India and Russia. While some hardcore fans of the series might appreciate this shift in tone, we all have to agree that the Chronicles series doesn't really hold a candle next to all the other games of the franchise. Assassin's Creed 1. Ah yes, the original Assassin's Creed. I used to love this game as a kid, and of course I still do. Then why is this game ranked so poorly on the list? Well, if we look past the nostalgia, any avid enjoyer of the series would notice that the game hasn't really aged all that well. Despite being a good game, a great game even for its time, Assassin's Creed 1 has a pretty repetitive gameplay loop. The story is great, but quite shallow compared to the Assassin's Creed games we know and love today. That being said, the game is still a must-play title for any fan of the series, and it shows us the root of the series as well. Next we have Assassin's Creed Liberation, a game which was originally released as an exclusive for the PS Vita. The game is known for introducing the first ever female protagonist in the series. However, it doesn't really do much other than that. The story is great, but there's nothing too noteworthy about the Liberation spin-off that makes it stand out. Well, at the very least, the game does a very good job as a spin-off. As I said, the story is still quite fun to play through, but the main Assassin's Creed 3 game did it better. Assassin's Creed Revelations. Assassin's Creed Revelations was a tough one to rank. While on one hand, the game offers us one of the best storylines we've gotten from the series to date, and I mean literally, it shows the entail of the great Ezio Auditore, it still fails to give us anything new or exciting in terms of gameplay. On top of the stale gameplay, the tower defense minigames further disappointed gamers. If story is the main thing you care about when it comes to this series, then you definitely love Assassin's Creed Revelations. The game gave fitting send-offs to two of the greatest legends in the series, Altair and Ezio. Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 3 might be great, but as a sequel, it disappoints. Ubisoft tried to switch things up with this game by introducing a unique narrative structure, but it only ended up making things complicated. Players didn't really like the pacing of the game, and let's not forget the fact that it was a buggy mess on release. Despite all that, the game still introduced a very lively and interesting open world, which we must appreciate. The exploration was amazing, and the ship combat also added a lot of depth to the world. The only thing really missing in the sequel was our boy Ezio. Assassin's Creed Rogue. Gameplay wise, Assassin's Creed Rogue is just a clone of the highly well received Assassin's Creed 4. Where this game really shines is in its story. Assassin's Creed Rogue gave us a new look at the world of Assassin's Creed by introducing a protagonist that abandons the Assassin Order and becomes a Templar instead. This fact alone makes the game a little underrated in my personal opinion. However, the reason why people looked over this game is also quite understandable. Despite being a new and unique protagonist, Shay fights the same way Edward does. Most of the assets are also just copy and pasted from Assassin's Creed 4. Overall, this game could have been one of the better Assassin's Creed games, but got overshadowed by Assassin's Creed 4. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Assassin's Creed Syndicate offers one of the most beautiful open worlds in the franchise. It also implemented a change in the series that would stay for all the upcoming games: playable male and female protagonists. The 19th century London is something players just can't seem to get enough of, and the way the two protagonists play off each other is very nice to see. Overall, Assassin's Creed Syndicate is by no means a masterpiece, but it is a very nice addition to the series. After the somewhat rocky launch of Assassin's Creed Unity, Syndicate showed us that the franchise is still capable of being great when it really tries. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. One of the biggest and most beautiful looking Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a gem. This game features two protagonists and many choices. The game takes us back into a time to ancient Greece and mesmerizes us at every turn. While Assassin's Creed Origins first introduced the RPG formula, Assassin's Creed Odyssey further refined it. Just like the last game, however, this one was also a hit or miss with fans, as many miss the old Assassin's Creed formula. Personally, I don't really mind the changes to the series and love the new combat styles and upgradability options introduced. While the game runs for quite a few hours, it's all worth it in the end. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is the latest game in the series, and it tries to give us the best of both worlds. Ubisoft finally listened to fans and tried their best to bring back the stealth mechanics that everyone missed. At the same time, they didn't want to let go of the new RPG formula either. We follow a male or female protagonist named Eivor in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And let's just say that their story is a hard-hitting one. The game makes you actually feel like everything you're doing matters. And let's not forget how packed and beautiful the world of this game is. From fun mini-games and side quests to amazing places to explore, you'll never run out of things to do in this game. The combat system has also been further improved compared to Odyssey, making it a solid Assassin's Creed game and sequel. Assassin's Creed Unity. Yep, Assassin's Creed Unity is higher on this list than any of you expected. And I mean, why would you expect it to be ranked poorly? But wait, when you actually decide to give the game a chance, you discover that it is actually one of the most beautiful Assassin's Creed titles to date. With Unity being the first game making the big jump to the next generation consoles, fans around the world had pretty huge expectations. However, when we finally got our hands on the game in 2014, the glitches and bugs turned it into an unplayable mess. But this isn't the entire story of Assassin's Creed Unity. Ubisoft quickly released patches to fix their game, and once all the bugs were gone, we were greeted with a solid jump to the next generation. The game looked so beautiful that just parkouring around the world suddenly seemed like the most fun activity. The ambitious story of Arno was mesmerizing, and the improved assassination system made the game even more fun. Assassin's Creed Origins. Assassin's Creed Origins is where Ubisoft essentially decided to switch things up and change the series forever. This game introduced the now loved RPG mechanic and was a hit or miss for fans upon release. The first thing we must appreciate about Assassin's Creed Origins is its beautiful portrayal of Egypt. It's as if you actually traveled back in time yourself. The game is so packed and rich with detail that a lot of your time will be spent simply climbing the highest buildings just to get a better look at the amazing world that Ubisoft has built for us. While there are 3 playable characters, the game follows the story of a single protagonist named Bayek and his wife as they chase vengeance. Assassin's Creed Origins is the first game that gave us endless choices regarding how we want to play. You yourself decide what you want to do or where you want to go next. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. While most of the Assassin's Creed games came out to meet unimaginably high expectations, things were different for Assassin's Creed 4. Assassin's Creed 3 didn't do too well with hardcore fans of the series, so no one was really expecting anything great to come out of the sequel. However, when Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag released, it didn't only surprise all fans, it set new standards for the franchise. If your love is for the original Assassin's Creed formula and your goal is to simply have fun, then Assassin's Creed 4 is hands down the game for you. This addition to the series improved on almost all the existing elements of the game, while also introducing new mechanics that fans love. The new protagonist, our Caribbean assassin Edward Kenway, was way better than the last, and everything regarding the game just clicked. Simply put, Assassin's Creed 4 is what fans wanted Assassin's Creed 3 to be. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was another game in the series that fans didn't really have the highest hopes for, but ended up surprising everyone. I mean, let's be honest, why would fans have high hopes for the game when its general idea made it seem like a side sequel meant to further milk on Assassin's Creed 2's success? When the game finally released, what we got in the end was simply amazing. The game introduced tons of new mechanics, including multiplayer, which have stayed with the series since. Brotherhood also further built on the story of Ezio, making him an even more prominent part of the Assassin's Creed franchise. Assassin's Creed 2. And finally, at the number 1 spot, we have the game that every single OG fan of the series must be dying to hear about, Assassin's Creed 2. Definitely the most replayable Assassin's Creed game that still holds up pretty well today, Assassin's Creed 2 is a masterpiece. The game introduced us to the heart-wrenching and emotional tale of the most popular protagonist in the entire series, Ezio Auditore. Where Assassin's Creed 1 looked like an initial draft filled with all kinds of hit or miss features, Assassin's Creed 2 only took its best features and made them hit 10 times harder. The combat was made way more fun with many new weapons added to Ezio's arsenal, and 15th century Italy was showcased in all of its glory. And there you have it, folks. All Assassin's Creed games ranked from worst to best. I'd like to end this video by saying that even the worst Assassin's Creed game isn't really that bad. Okay, maybe it is, but the rest are amazing. Do you agree with our picks? Or would you have liked to see something different? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend checking out this other video we did about the hardest missions from each Assassin's Creed game.